What is going on, guys? Big Al is here, and today I just wanted to talk about Fight Life Vanguard and my time with the game after playing for almost 4-ish hours, I would say. Um, and I just want to be transparent and honest. The devs did send me a copy of the game. I'm going to be straight up with that. I always try to support, and if anyone is interested in the game, I'll absolutely gift it to you. Just get that like right off the you know just to make sure that I'm still supporting the devs and everything like that. But to be entirely honest, at this point, I don't think I can truly recommend Fight Life Vanguard. To me, it's like there's some charm to it, but it's just not. It's not hitting for me, and it becomes pretty boring pretty quick. There really isn't a lot to do, and it's pretty much like exploring this map. It feels very like mobile game like. And again, I don't want to be like rude or anything like this. I just want to be, really just criticize in the best way possible, just so that the devs know that, make a better product or update it. But I do have to be honest that the game is very generic. There isn't a lot of abilities in the game. The potions seem pretty useless other than like a defense potion and like the health potion. Again, it's extremely linear. The mechanics are pretty bare bones, I would say. And it's pretty much the same thing over and over again with the same background. Everything's pretty like gray brown. And again, I played through several of the chapters, and it just didn't hit for me, and it did get boring pretty quickly. I think the charm there in the demo, like it was there, it was present, it had a lot to go from, but the fact that it just kept repeating itself and there wasn't a lot of change in like the class advancements to the point where it's like, what am I working towards exactly? Like we don't really have something that we're working towards other than just some like rings or items and that you're gonna find, and then like money at the shop, money to spend things at the shop, I'm sorry. And the abilities didn't really feel strong either. It felt very, passive. Um, I thought the mage would have more expansive abilities where it's like it's not just one like AoE, but you do different attacks, like a single target that does more damage, or like an AoE, like switch it up a little bit, where it's like you can do status effects rather than just just a fireball, and things like that are really really contenders for why this game to me is just kind of like mixed. It's like I'd give it like a middle of the road. But I wouldn't recommend it at this point. I don't think it's fleshed out enough. The tactics is fine. The game is tough. The game also feels pretty short. I feel like I'm just running through the game with no sense of like the story. I didn't really feel a connection to the dialogue. That's why I pretty much skipped it. Um, Again, I feel like this game does some good things right. And to just highlight that, it is a good tactical game. The tactics behind it definitely are strong, but I feel like there's things that could be better. There's things that could be more fleshed out. Um, the I think it's like the riposte, like the counterattack ability could be more fleshed out. But it's like the fact that you take so much damage from these enemies and you'll toggle the counterattack and you'll, counterattack them, but it doesn't really feel great. It's kind of just like you're more than likely going to die from these enemies. And I do like, the mechanics where, oh, they go down, but they could get picked back up in the sense where they're not truly dead after the first down. And, that's fine and all. You could get like a bandage to fix it. But again, it just doesn't help with the core mechanics of the game just not being there. And a few things I wanna note, and for me that would be very helpful and maybe like rooms for improvement. I need more skill tree options, more character classes. There has to be some more expansion, more like expansiveness to the core classes. I think that's a major issue right now. The story is just linear. There's no side quests. There's no additional pathing. It's just point A to point B. Really finding items. Also, character naming. I would love to name my characters. I would love to interact, give them a little bit of love. The art itself is fine. I think the art is fine, but again, it's just there's so much missing to me, and it felt like a game from like the 1990s, but without the fleshed outness. You know, I think they're going for like the classic Baldur's Gate 1 style of like walking around and everything, but that game had a lot of charm to it, had a lot of care. And I just feel like this is more like a mobile game that I was playing through like on PC. Very, very basic. No movement like of opportunity, which I feel like is like the most important thing in like a turn-based game. The character progression really doesn't feel there. And again, it's like it's not bad, but I just can't recommend it in its current state. I just personally can't do it. And now there's also something I want to touch on is the allegations of AI art being used. I saw on one of the Steam community things that they're talking about like AI was being used, and they can't add it to their thing. And I didn't see. I'm on the Steam page right now, and I didn't see anything about AI art being discussed. But I know they did mention the devs mentioned one comment in regards to saying that it was there was like AI for the capsules that was pretty much in it. And you know, I can see why people have a problem with that. Also, I see why it's kind of like mixed bag because like is that a big deal? I mean, that's up to like you to decide, but I do think that they use cat like the capsules to enhance like AI to enhance the capsules or whatever it is. Um but yeah, that's really it. I don't remember where it was, but who knows? But yeah, no, I personally I just can't recommend the game right now. Again, I'm very thankful for the devs sending me a copy. And again, it's fun at times in the beginning, but yeah, no, it's probably just not for me. And again, keep an eye out for updates and everything like this. But again, it's just same enemy, same background, things like that. But if you are looking for a game of similar tactics, I guess. Um, those Who Rule, Symphony of War, Battle Brothers, games like that. If you want to check it out, it's probably your best bet for like indie classics that I've played, and I truly would back up fully if you're looking for like an expansive like turn-based tactics game. But for this one, it's just a shame. It's a shame. I was really really excited for this, but that's gonna be it from me. If you guys have any thoughts or complaints or you guys disagree with me, leave a comment below, and I'd love to have a conversation with you guys. But until the next video, I'll see you guys later. Bye.